So next up, it looks like it's going to be the SM50s. We see four of them lining up now. Great work from them. We saw some of these kids, literally, they climb off their mini motos and climb straight onto an SM50. Now, for us older people, that would be hard work because 2 laps in and we can hardly move. They do an entire race, climb straight off one bike, straight onto another, and are ready to go.
Definitely, this is going to be one cracker of a lap for these guys, and each of the riders having to push it to the absolute limit. Having a chat to our cameraman out there, and they say they're trying not to get blown off the stands. And that really says out there that these riders are facing some hectic conditions out there, and it really shows the effort that's going into putting this all together and having a great race day. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, take a photo, post on Facebook, tag us in there as the Superbike Magazine Short Circuit Series, and we will take a look. Maybe you'll be in your photo will be in the next magazine. We'll find out. I mean, we've got our motor journalist right here, and how are you feeling about this? Being back at the race circuit, checking out the bikes, checking out everyone putting in the effort in, and you could swear these bikes haven't been sitting in the garage. They've been practicing even though that COVID's around.
Yeah, sneakily, I suspect. Maybe at like parking lots or around the block. We can see the Giannakis is standing there. That is Strati Giannakis with his son, who won the last race, Azario Giannakis. I know they would have done some sneaky stuff. Further over there, we can see the 0-0. That's DeAndre Swart. Further back, that's Maklale Mafakarte. So, Pire, I can't see where Pire is right now. Amo Pire coming around there somewhere? I don't really know. There he comes now. Amo Pire. So, 3 of these 4 riders have just got off their superstar, their novice mini motos and all of that, and are straight on their 50 cc's to go out and race again. That is spectacular. I love watching these kids. I mean, this is South African motorcycle racing went through a period where kids really didn't have a place to go. We used to have the short circuit series. That's where I started back in the 90s, and now we have it again. And there we go. They're off the start. Once again, it is Giannakis who's gotten a heck of a start, followed by DeAndre Swart, who's very good off the start, followed by Pire. So we're going to see another good dice between DeAndre Swart and Amo Pire.
Pire is going to be looking to go on the aggressive and trying to battle his way through, but Giannakis in first place, pulling away and literally running football lengths away from second place, not hanging around at all. But Swart and Pire under some serious pressure there, but it looks like Pire managing to get by just in the background and managing to get ahead of Swart. As we're waiting for it to come back into view. It looks like Pire ahead of Swart, but Swart is on the attack. Swart really pushing as hard as can with that bike, really trying to leg it into the corners. Pire just managing to get the momentum there and is on a charge to go after Giannakis in first place. But definitely keep an eye on those two.
Well, previously it was DeAndre Swart getting in the better start, and then Pire spending pretty much the whole race trying to get past. We saw in the last race, Pire only managed to find a way past on the last lap. So now he gets past on the first lap, and we can see what he can do now that he can stretch his legs a bit. It already looks like he has pulled out of a bit of a gap. In fact, he's pulled out quite a gap, in fact. And we'll see if DeAndre Swart can do anything to make a comeback.
There we go. Previously won the race, and that's Latte going and having a ton of fun, lying in fourth place, and really just getting to grips with the bike, and we can expect to be right up there in the top. But these riders are giving it the absolute all. Giannakis running away with it, trying to keep a nose clean. I'm sure that having a chat to the dad was just keep it clean, keep it tight, hit those apexes, and make sure you just get out there. And he's really doing that and putting on a fantastic show out there.
Now, as commentators, we're supposed to try and drum this up and say, what an exciting race, what is going to happen? They're really testing us here, because on the first lap, after the first lap, we have Giannakis leading. Amo Pire in second place. He is 6.6 seconds behind. And then we have DeAndre Swart another 4 seconds behind, and Maklale Mafakarte another 6 seconds behind. So how are we going to try and make this seem like close racing?
That's absolutely. I mean, it's one thing to check the amount of skill of these guys pulling away, and Yanakis really doing it. And obviously, lots of teaching from the dad to try and get right. And all about really nailing those apexes. You can see a little bit through the corners as coming onto the back straight here. Wind does catch a little bit, causes it a little bit unsettle on the bike, but still managing to sit it upright. And there's SWAT going in and having a ton of fun as well. Also battling it out, but definitely trying to fight off. They get a bit of a tailwind as they get onto the back straight here. They have to try and keep that bike as stable as possible, but coming back, heading towards the final bend, they are in that. The wind is blowing directly at them, and now they're fighting through that as well. I mean, having horsepower helps, but these guys haven't got that horsepower. They have just got to carry as much momentum as possible, and they're really doing a fantastic job at doing so.
Just look at the lap times. I mean, as we said, this is the first time we've seen Amapiro be able to stretch his legs. He's got past DeAndre Swartz in the beginning. He's just set a lap time of a 1 minute 18.1. I think that might be his fastest lap of the day. Behind him, DeAndre Swart did a 21.5, so quite some way behind. But Hale Mafakate, remember, he's on the little Pee-wee 50, the little air-cooled Pee-wee 50 automatic versus a bunch of geared full-on 50cc race bikes, and he's doing a 1 minute 27. He's only 6 seconds a lap slower than the rider in front. I mean, that is good going by Mafakate. I'd love to see him on a proper SM50. I think the likes of Yanakas might be in trouble.
It's definitely going to be, and hopefully, like we see that it grows. I mean, the Pee-wee 50s are one of the affordable kid bikes. If you want to get your kids into it, that's one way of doing it. Get them on a Pee-wee 50. Come and have a bit of fun with us out here, and really come enjoy racing to its absolute fullest. And we see these riders pushing it. Second last lap for our leader. There's Swart on screen, really pushing hard, but back to our leader in the front. Absolutely clean riding all around. I mean, Yanakis has been around for ages, as you said, really showing it. And nice to see the next generation of rider coming in. Swart doing an incredible job as well, you know, trying to keep that momentum, trying to carry that bike through the corners as much as possible. Fire just absolutely holding out, trying to keep on going, trying to keep the momentum there. And that's the main thing about it, is just trying to keep these bikes going under some of the most difficult conditions that it is. I mean, yes, it isn't raining, but the wind is a major contributing factor here, and these bikes definitely do feel it. So bravo to the young riders who are keeping it upright, battling through it. 1 lap to go, and our first place man really going and pushing it to the limit there, really wanting it, and actually aiming for that top lap time of the day. And I think we might see it.
I'm going to just point out what the difference this wind makes. That last lap, the wind picked up a heck of a lot, and our leader went from a 12.1 to a 13.7. Behind him, Amo went from an 18.1 to a 19.9, and DeAndre went from a 21 to a 24. So that just is the difference that this wind is making. It's more than a second a lap slower just because the wind is busy buffering you. As I say, our whole commentary booth is swaying from side to side. I think I might be getting seasickness, actually.
Swart coming across the line, getting told 1 more lap to go, but take a look at Fire right there, really hammering it around the circuit. One of the smaller riders here, along with our 4th place man, Malate, who is really having to battle it out. But back to first place, though, on 168. Really having a fun, big smiles, and you can be sure that the whole pit is going to light up. Back-to-back wins. Yanakis coming across the line, fist in the air.
Crossing the line in absolute style over there. Look at that foot off. He is definitely a Yanakis. He takes off to his father's strut. He definitely, second coming through, managing to get past in the beginning and really showing his stuff. That is Amr Pire, then it is DeAndre Swart and Butlala Mafakate. Can I just say that when I was a little kid, there was no such thing as Pee-wee tar racing. It just didn't happen. You started when you got up to the 50cc RZ50s, and you had to be 12, 13 years old to get one of those. I mean, I'm feeling a little hard done by. I mean, I would have loved to have had it when I was like 8 years old, if I could have jumped on a little Pee-wee 50 and gone a race around a short circuit. So I've got to admit, I'm slightly jealous here.
Absolutely. I mean, these young riders are really showing what they can do, and they're definitely going to give our older riders a run for their money as they climb up through the class. I can say I got to get some coaching from these younger riders of how to actually ride. But absolutely fantastic work. Checkered flag is out. Stunning racing. Yanakis getting a back-to-back win right here at Vereeniging Kart circuit. And a big thank you to Michelin being a proud sponsor and a proud partner of the Superbike Magazine Short Circuit Series, who managed to put this all together. And you know what? Bit of a smaller grid than what we used to, but nice to see it out there. And I'm sure as the year goes on and more of the guys get into the swing of things, we're going to see this category just expand exponentially.
There we have Mafakate crossing the line now.
The Rad KTM shop in Santon offers a total range of KTM bikes, services and accessories. At Rad KTM we have experienced technicians and mechanics to give you peace of mind on your ride. We stock all official KTM power parts and accessories. Our showroom offers the full range of new and pre-loved KTM bikes. An extensive range of accessories and riding gear is available from the Bike King store on our premises. Please visit us for all your biking needs.